Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody Bills. Today is Tuesday the 7th and we had the market trading lower here. Let's turn over to the grain hedge trading platform and see where we closed off the day. Corn down 1 3/4 cents, soybeans down 6 3/4, and wheat in Chicago finishing off mostly unchanged, down 3/4 cent on the day. Now in the earlier part of the session we were trading lower here with the positive news that there could be some additional moisture headed to the southern plains in the early part of next week as well as in the later part of next week. But I think one of the reasons why we came back here, one of the reasons why we were unchanged, one, it really seems when you look at the chart for wheat, it really seems that we're kind of hammering out a bottom. We have a lot of shorts in this contract. There doesn't seem to be a lot of positive news out there on the horizon. The only thing that's bullish here is the weather. Of course, this morning we had news that possibly some moisture moving into the southern plains. I think that had the market selling a little bit, but we also have talks out of Russia here. It doesn't look like they're going to be lifting their export tax here anytime soon, and any sort of changes to that tariff should be coming out here sometime in between May and June. So that will be obviously a topic that we're going to want to pay close attention to. Will they continue to extend that export tariff that they put onto Russian exports there? Will they do that even after we go into that new crop marketing year? Of course, that question will be answered, like I said, in between May and June. Just the thought of continued export tariff, what that means is Russian wheat continues to be, it lifts the overall cost of Russian wheat. It makes U.S. wheat a little bit more competitive on the global market. But really, U.S. wheat has not been overly competitive this marketing year. We continue to be more of an expensive grain out there. Europe seems to be picking up any of the excess exports there as a result of this export tariff that Russia started a while ago. Let's quickly talk about the expectations here for the WASDE report on Thursday. Of course, this is going to be the April WASDE report. You'll notice that the expectations really are for higher ending stocks, about 1.854 billion bushels compared to March WASDE ending stocks for corn of 1.777. So it's going to be very interesting to see if we get that. It looks as though analysts are expecting a little bit of a bump there in ending stocks for corn. Soybeans, they're expecting a little bit of a drawdown, down to 370 million bushels compared to 385, which is what we saw in that March report. And also for wheat, expecting just a minor bump, up 1 million bushels to 692 from 691 million bushels. Those are the expectations, of course, for this Thursday WASDE report. Let's talk a little bit about some of the other items here this morning. Of course, we had a nice export sale this morning, 165,000 metric tons of new crop soybeans to China here. Also keep in mind, China's going to be starting their state grain auction on Thursday for corn. That's that's about a week earlier than they typically do. The bottom line here is they will be offering 317,000 metric tons of corn here for state auction. We'll be keeping an eye on how well that sells over there in China. Other than that, guys, that pretty much wraps up today's show. There is talk about a burning truck access to the Brazil's port. Basically what we're seeing is a fuel storage facility there on fire for the 6th straight day. That is slowing the overall movement of grain into this port. It seems like it is affecting port activity. So that is something that we'll continue to monitor. This, like I said, it's the 6th straight day that it's been burning and been disrupting traffic to that port. We will keep you updated on that situation, but for the most part, I'm not entirely sure that that will provide any sort of significant bullish news or bullish bump here to the market, but it is something that we want to pay attention to. Any sort of obstruction in the cash market, we could see some export sales get pushed onto U.S. Books, but that seems a little bit less likely. Other than that, guys, that wraps up today's show. If you have any questions about what we talked about today, please give the office a call. The number is 877-472-4607. Of course, everyone's out there. Seems like they're gearing up for planting, working on machinery. But if you do have a moment, take a demo of that 14-day free trial of our trading platform. You'll be able to see what it's like to have live quotes on your mobile phone. be able to monitor your positions on the mobile phone. It's a great tool, a great marketing tool when you're away from your desk and you're out in the planter or you're just out in the field for the remainder of the growing season. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here on Wednesday.